Okay, welcome back to this. Hey, fun fact, according to these tags that auto-generate when I select Pokemon Platinum as a category, Twitch considers Pokemon to be a strategy game, which it isn't. It's an RPG game, which is whatever. That's close enough. But more importantly, and I'm not taking... Wait, hold on. Did it really not make me take the Porygon? My fucking Porygon. We've named you after a certain Danganronpa character, but no, fuck you. But yeah, I mean, Pokemon's a strategy. There's strategy, it's not a strategy game. That has a specific meaning. And B, action, which no, it fucking isn't. At best, you could say Legends Arceus, and even then, not really. I would dispute that. It's a very bad, it is not an action RPG. It's a turn-based RPG. It's just a bad turn-based RPG. Okay, let's go to the Pokemon Center. Heal up a little before I head to the cycling road. So basically, I beat Jupiter. I've got 2 badges. My goal for this stream is to reach Solaceon Town. And to do that, I need to win some tough boss fights. In order, I'm going to have to go to Wayward Cave, which has a fight with Mira, which shouldn't be too bad. All of her Pokemon are slow and take a lot of damage from fast physical moves. Right. You have to, it's hard-coded that you have to talk to the guys at the cycling shop before you can go on cycling road. Because you have to talk to Cynthia. It's like Cynthia's introduction. She gives you an egg. But also, like, I have a bike already. What are you talking about? Whatever. So the point is, I need to get through Wayward Cave with Mira. And then there's a main boss fight against Dawn, which shouldn't be too hard. But then's the hard part. Then's fucking Aaron. Who has he has a team full of bug types, which is bad for me because I'm a bug type. Wait, do I have Drill Peck? Actually, I haven't played in a few days. I forgot what my moveset is. Do I have Drill Peck? Oh, I'm fine. I've got Drill Peck. So, actually, Aaron shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure in his initial boss fight, he uses his Diamond Pearl team, and then he uses a modified version of his Platinum team when you fight him for real in the Elite Four, so yeah, that. And then there's Fantina, who all of her Pokemon release resist cross poison. I can't rely on my adaptability boosted stabs. I'm gonna have to rely on my side moves. What do you want? Explorer Kit? Oh god, really? No. Fuck it. I don't want to go underground. The underground sucks. Like, God, finding fossils in this game is just awful. Oh, and you have to meet with like 100 people underground, or I can't remember if they actually did like the 100 and oh, you hatched. Okay. What should I call my egg? I shall call you Danny. That's not how you spell Danny. Danny. It's Danny DeVito. I'm gonna call him Danny DeVito because... Oh god, I can't spell it right. It's gonna be Dan DeVito because I don't want to misspell Danny. Like, he spells it with 2 N's, I'm pretty sure. I've watched Always Sunny. I've watched every episode multiple times. I know how Danny DeVito's name is spelled. I mean, he doesn't appear in every episode, so I wouldn't have to watch the first season. Or there are like 2 episodes after season 1 that don't feature DeVito. There's... Oh, fuck, I forgot. Ugh, fine. Dan DeVito. Sounds like a fucking... That sounds like a comic book writer name, you know? I don't know what is making me think of that, but it sounds like a... Which one is it? Is the fucking Pokemon Center? Yeah. It sounds like a comic book artist or writer. I don't know why. Dan DeVito sounds like... This is a stupid fucking tirade. But yeah, let's see. He doesn't appear in season 1. He doesn't appear in Max Banging the Waitress. What other episode doesn't feature Danny DeVito? Max Banging the Waitress. It's interesting. It's a bottle episode. It's the only episode of the series not to feature D. Mac and Charlie are in every episode of the show. Although Charlie only has a very brief cameo in Mac Finds His Pride. Mac only has a very... Are you fucking kidding me? I just did that! What? I wasn't reading the text. Why are you making me go back and forth? Like, okay, so Mac very briefly appears in Charlie's Home Alone. Charlie very briefly appears in The Game Goes to the Big Game, or The Gang Wins the Super Bowl, whatever that one is. The point is, those two have cameos in that, and they have cameos in The Game Beats Boggs. Okay, you've dropped 74 frames already. That's a lot of frames. Like, I looked at the video recording of one of my earlier streams, and there was like 2 minutes where it was just nothing. I was just talking over nothing, and she's giving me fossils, which I'm going to use for HM slaves. And nothing else. Because this is a Beedrill solo run. My sidekicks of, like, the Piplup and the Togepi and the Aerodactyl and the... Does Aerodactyl learn Rock Climb? Because if it doesn't learn Rock Climb, then I will have to grab the Thingamajig. One of them that learns thing. Rock Climb. Words are hard, because you do need Rock Climb in this game. Do I have them wearing cert? I'll get a I'll get Cuba Gooding Jr. because motherfucker. Okay, she's just telling me to ride my bicycle. I'll get Cuba Gooding Jr. because that way Katie can stay irrelevant. Yeah. Dan DeVito I like, he can stick around. Aerodactyl, I need to fly. Cuba Gooding Jr. is my surf and rock climb. And if I need anything else, I'll, like, break a fossil. But this is only a Beedrill run. This is for Gonta, the strong Beedrill, the mastermind of Danganronpa 3. Not Danganronpa V3. It's little known fact, the original plan for Danganronpa 3 was for Gonta to be the big bad, and that to set up Danganronpa V3. Yeah. My video settings are already shitting. Already shitty? What do you mean turn down for a faster encoder? I can't go much lower. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to clean up these trains on Cycling Road, who are all losers. The only strong Pokemon in all of Sinnoh right now is Gonta. He is fucking strong, man! Look, he's just killing everything. I thought this run would be hard. Honestly. I mean, before I got my Beedrill, like when I was dealing with Weedle and Kakuna, it was hard. And I lost to Mars, but that's like it. I can just drill through everything. Pierces the heaven and all that shit. Wait, what? Did you fucking outrage? What? What? It learns outrage in this game? I mean, I don't have any use for outrage because grass poison is better in every scenario. Like, except against steel. No, I don't actually know if steel resists dragon in this game because that was changed in Gen 6. But they added fairy, so I don't know. But the point is, cross poison will always do more damage to outrage without confusing me. But it's fucking cool that Beedrill learns outrage. I guess outrage could be a bit better if I was fighting a dragon type, but Dragon types are rare. I don't need Outrage. I might relearn it if I ever... I might relearn it for Cynthia. But I think that would be a problem on my moveset more than an asset. Because, like, I only got 4 moves. I need Drill Peck for Aaron. I need, I need Drill Run for any steel types I run into. But other than that, I should be good with this 3 moveset. And maybe Sword Stance for my 4th, or I could go Mega Horn. But like I said, there's not much use. Excuse me, there's not much use for Bug Stab in conjunction to Poison. I know competitively Beedrill runs U-Turn a lot, and that has its uses, but I don't have anything to switch to, so no, it doesn't have its uses. Hey you, jackass, fight me. Yes, it's the type that can change gears. Okay. I don't get why they felt the need to split it into 2 bikes. Like, does anyone ever use the not fast bike while playing this game? Can the not fast one even go up waterfalls or mud? They're supposed to be like mudslides. I always as a kid thought they were like weird brown waterfalls on the side of rocks for some reason. Yeah, Spike will carry me. The only limit is my endurance, and also, you know, the other thing that is a limit on me. I don't know what else is a limit on me. Whatever. Okay, let's just keep going. And I guess I could talk about myself. I don't want to talk about myself, but that's what Twitch streamers do. Graduating college in a week, that's fucking terrifying. Like, 17 years of schooling, and now I have to... 17 years of schooling, and now something. I don't know what. Like, I don't have a job. I need to find a job. I'm applying and applying, and no one's hiring. But I need to find a fucking job. Preferably a job that pays highly and isn't a lot of work and has benefits and also grants me immortality, because I'm talking about things that are impossible for me to get right now, but I can dream. Oh, and it's also personally satisfying. Yeah, that one is especially not going to happen. But yeah, I gotta find a fucking job. Like, I went to college, and I don't regret it yet, but I probably will in a few years. I went to college for passions. I dual majored in writing and game design because I want to be a narrative designer. That is my dream. That's why I enjoy doing what I want to do. And I got great education in everything except skills that will give me a job. Mount one and raspberry. Why are raspberries so common? They are useless. They're a useless berry. Like, all the other common ones are useful. Like, oh, an orange berry, that heals you. Peach berry, that one, it cures poison. Rust heals burn. Yeah. There's, like, no use for a raspberry. Why is it so common? But yeah, college made me a far better writer than I was before I went to college. And shit, I can make games now. I couldn't game develop before college. Well, I could. Why can't you just give me? Why do I gotta go outside? Ooh, coal. Wow, in this coal mine. Want to look at the museum exhibit? Coal? What's your thoughts on this coal, dude? Yeah, mining's cool. You're in darkness. I've seen that mine. That mine that has just like a ginormous block of coal in the middle. Whoa, this is coal? I never expected to see something this big. I fucking hate you. You're shocked that coal is black. Bitch, have you ever played Minecraft? Pokemon the carrier must be strong. Who says it was carried by a Pokemon? What about miners, you miner? Why do they all talk like this? Like, Like, all the scientists talk like that. It's fucking weird. What should I name my Aerodactyl? Aerodactyr. Okay, I have a number 9. What is that from? Is that a hashtag? Yeah, that's a hashtag. I have to pick my laptop up and pull it closer to my face. And why is my keyboard not working? There. Number 9. Or is it number 5? I don't fucking know. I don't even know what that is from. Yeah, you're gonna make a Kabutops, a Kabutops, or should I do? I don't know if Kabutops. I don't think Kabutops learns Rock Climb. I'll do. Wait, I'll just come back if I need Rock Climb because I know I'll need Fly. I mean, not really, but like, do you want to walk through the Hail route twice? Like, that place sucks. Okay. And I'm going down here because I'm pretty sure I missed an item here, I just realized. Like, look at all that coal, or is that just dark black dirt? Yeah, heart scale, that's gonna be useful if I ever need. Actually, I'm pretty sure they made heart scales not needed in this, so I don't need. And thus, Love Disc is even worse. But yeah, I went to art school and got a writing degree because I'm an idiot. But that's what I want to do, and I'm good at writing now. I mean, I have enough self-loathing and hatred of my own work that I normally don't think it's good. But fuck it, I'm not a bad writer, and college gave me that. And I can make games. Like, look at fucking Speedwave. I was the lead on that. I designed all the levels. I built those tracks. It's a good game, and I made it, and I'm proud of myself. And fucking putting them together, smoke and mirrors, I'm so proud of that. It's probably the best thing I've ever made. I'm proud of myself. And I have the ability now to make more work that I'm proud of, but also, like, housing costs in this country keep rising and rising and rising in a way that even people with real degrees struggle to pay for them. And that's terrifying. Like, the average salary for a writer is like $20K. And $20K is not worth $20K anymore. And it is going to be worth less and less and less. And it's not like I wish I could just have like a breakaway hit and that'd be set for life. But I'm realistic enough to know that's never going to happen. And if I'm honest, which is something that actually I'm going to need repels to get to the Gabite room. And I don't think I have repels. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I deserve yet to be successful. But I'm getting better, and there's gonna get a point where I feel like I deserve that. But even if I'm writing good enough, like, publishing's fucking hard, you know? And I'm focusing more on the writing now because at least I can write from wherever. Like, I'm a passable programmer. I can't do art at all. I can't make games on my own, not to a professional degree. Like, I have to find asset packs or con an artist into helping me. Like, so making games, that is an upfront cost for me that is terrifying because I've never had any success with anything in terms of getting people to enjoy it. Or people enjoy it. People enjoy my work. Like my last video essay I did on Homestuck, I got all these positive comments and it's really good for my ego, but like, that's not going to pay the bills. I can make stuff. I just don't know how to make people care about what I make. Is the problem that I am constantly stuck with. I don't know how to network. I don't know how to market. And that fucking sucks. Wow, I got really fucking personal and deep in this. Wow, I went from not talking at all and listening to a podcast to vocalizing my anxieties about the fucking job market. I don't know. And I've mostly applied to like jobs, and I've applied to only a handful of jobs outside of the gaming industry and dozens within, and gotten basically nothing back. Like average graduate I've read takes 3 to 6 months to get a job, and that's something I have to remember because if I don't, I'm gonna feel like shit. And if in 3 months I don't have a job, I will feel like shit. And if it's 7 or 8 months or a year and I don't have, oh Jesus, that would be bad. That'd be real bad. Whatever. Yeah, enough time about like fucking college and shit and my inability to get hired in the games industry. Let's talk about something else. I saw Doctor Strange last night, like not Doctor Strange, the 2017 movie. Like it'd be really weird if I was bragging about watching a movie that's been out for 5 years. Wait, it's only been out for 5 years. Jesus, there's been like 20 films since then. Or something. I don't know. But the thing is, I saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, Doctor Strange and the Mom. And I gotta say, the 20-minute, uninterrupted, like, full frontal, like, repetitive sex, like, shot from the waist down. Like, I was shocked that movie featured that. Although, to be fair, I should have seen Strange and Wanda getting together coming. Like, it's Doctor Strange and the Mom. No, it was a decent movie. I enjoyed it, although there are a few flaws with it. I used to do a movie review podcast that no one listened to. I'll do a movie review on this thing that no one's listening to. Why not? I thought, overall, pretty good. The best thing about it is you can very clearly see it was directed by Sam Raimi. Like, even more than you can see the Spider-Man movies were. Like, this is often shot like a fucking horror movie. I don't know how spoiler intense I want to get in this. And I'll say before I get into big spoilers, I'm about to get into big spoilers, actually. Like, there's that shot of, like, Wanda when she's breaking into the room. And did I forget to go back for... I forgot to get the fucking rappels. Oh my fucking god. Like, where she's, like, twisting and, like, breaking out of the mirror. That's, like, really good. And then the fight, her killing of the Illuminati is... Holy shit, that was brutal. I am surprised that movie was PG-13 because, oh, fucking poor Black Bolt. Like, and not just, like, the horror shit. Like, when they're falling through different universes and they, like, at one point turn to paint and there's a living tribunal and a bunch of, like, pillars of salt. It's, like, really fucking cool, that shot. And, like, when Wong traps Wanda in a... Or was it Doctor Strange? It does not matter. You get what I'm talking about. When Wanda gets trapped in the mirrors and it's just cutting... And it's just panning from mirror to mirror, like, all around her. Like, it's a very well shot movie. It is a movie that uses heavy... and the alternate dimension with, like, the book, that is great. That looked awesome. It's a movie... But yeah, it's a movie with heavy CGI. And there are parts, especially in that fight with the octopus, where it's, ooh, that's a bit underdone. Put that back in the oven. I thought I was done for a few weeks with unfinished CGI now that Moon Knight's over. it. I feel like, and this is like a thing that I've observed before. What was it? Was it the Justice League 2017 review that I did on my old podcast, where I argued that in some movies are better if you watch them in crappier methods. Like, that movie is better if you watch it on a phone while you're in a badly lit room and also gardening, like watering. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to start gardening again in return for not paying rent. That's gonna suck. Let's put all the flowers out in front. No, I have to water those, and it sucks, and it's hot. What was I saying? Yeah, Justice League 2017. It is better if you are watching it outside on your phone, because the mustache doesn't look fake. It looks fine in bad. Anyway, my point is, like, seeing it like in HD in a theater as opposed to like off my phone, that makes the bad CGI more apparent. But honestly, I don't really give a shit. Like, it is a movie. Marvel does sometimes overuse CG. This is a movie where heavy CG was completely justified. And the CG is, for the most part, decent. Like, there's a few shots here and there that are great. And I don't want to, like, rant about CGI. I think people complain about CGI so much. If you want to talk about how CG is overused because 3D artists aren't unionized and thus it's cheaper and you can exploit them more and make them work shitty hours compared to set builders, that's fine. If you want to say, actually CG is inherently worse than the traditional mediums because it's fake, fuck off. You're just a self-righteous pseudo-intellectual. Like, there are times when practical effects are better, but, like, God, the anti-CG circle jerk is so fucking stupid. Like, this movie would work worse if it was practical effects. And it does look really good at points with the CG. Like, I love the book dimension, how that place looks. What was I going? So I've talked about that. But overall, CG's not the big thing. The big thing for me is how well is it written and to a lesser extent acted. And so here's the thing. God damn, that movie was fast paced. Holy shit, that movie did not have time to breathe. It was like 3 hours of plot in a 2-hour movie, and it is just going scene, very fast. And I think that is its biggest detriment. Like, it needed to slow down, both for the feel of the film and also because America Chavez is very underdeveloped as a character. It needed so much more. It needed like an extra 20 minutes just establishing her better as a character and building up her friendship with Steven more. It also could have really benefited from some scenes showing Wanda actually descending. And I know there was cut scenes. I mean, don't trust everything you see online because people are full of shit. But someone said that it was someone said, and I can't confirm this, there was a deleted scene of Wanda versus Morbo in like 666 Morbo, who I'll get to. Where's a Mordo? I don't fucking know. The evil wizard dude. Doctor Strange's arch. Apparently people have said, oh yeah, there was a cutscene of him getting killed by Wanda, which, yeah, although I do like the introduction of Wanda I was shocked. Getting back to, it's a very fast-paced film, it just goes into it. 20 minutes into the movie, it does not hesitate. Wanda basically says, yeah, I'm the bad guy, I'm gonna fucking murder you all. And honestly, it is, the reveal that she's bad is kind of well done. Like, with her mentioning America's name, even though Strange hasn't told her, and then she's like, and then she just fucking drops the full facade. She transforms into her evil costume, and she pulls away the illusions to show that she has been living in a blood-red murder forest of dead trees. Like, holy shit, Wanda? You're fucking evil. Although it is a bit jarring, especially after WandaVision. I really enjoyed WandaVision, like, partially because it kept Wanda from ever being truly unlovable as a character. That's a weird way to phrase it. Unlikable. Or, like, Wanda Maximoff is a bad person in WandaVision, but she's still, I wouldn't call her evil. When she realizes what she's doing is hurting people, she stops doing it, even though it causes the deaths of her children. She does the right thing, even though it is very bad for her personally. And in this, fuck it, she kills like 30 people, all completely innocent, to get her kids back. Not even get her kids back. Her kids are still fucking dead. They never really existed. Although, I mean, what even is existence, Steven? But, like, she goes off the deep end so fucking fast. And there could have been... I mean, the obvious implication is, considering how the Darkhold has been portrayed in the comics and in the pseudo-MCU stuff, like, I don't know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon, and I know it showed up in, I think it was Runaways, which I never watched, but the Darkhold, it will turn you evil. It is corrupting. It corrupted Steven. And you can infer that, okay, she spent a year reading the Darkhold. That's why she went so evil so fast. And I hope no one's just dropping into this stream partway through. That's the benefit of, like, just starting out on Twitch, because no one's listening. I can say whatever the fuck I want. And no one's going to complain about spoilers. Like, yeah, I get it that she went off so fast because of the Darkhold, but I don't like when characters aren't in control of their actions. Like, I like when villains are evil because they chose to be evil. Like, that's part of my problem with Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man wanting to save the villain's fucking awesome. The film flat out saying, oh, actually, Doc Ock and Green Goblin were not evil. It was just because of the serum and the brain chip. No, I don't like that. I like characters being redeemed, and I like morally complex villains. Although, I would argue that Doc Ock isn't actually that great of a villain, and that's my Spider-Man hot take. But, like, I do not like that it's just like, oh, we fixed the brain chip, and now he's completely good, and he doesn't have any of his character flaws anymore. And we, like, got rid of the Green Goblin serum, which makes Norman Osborn no longer mentally ill, because, I mean, the serum drove him mentally ill, and we removed the serum. We, like, pulled it out of his blood, and that fixes all of his mental issues, I guess. No. I mean, like Tom being stopped by Toby, like, him, like, catching the glider and, like, stopping him, like, no, you don't want to do this, you don't want to go down that path. That's fucking amazing. Overall, No Way Home, amazing movie. Really enjoyed it. No. I do not want Mega Horn. I cannot take that 15% accuracy. The power is enticing, like that's 240 effective BST when you account for adaptability, but it doesn't give me coverage, and it misses too much to be relied on when I don't have any defenses. But yeah, overall, Spider-Man No Way Home, good. By the way, I spoiled that fucking too. I don't give a shit. You should have stopped listening when I started spoiling Marvel movies. Like, I've seen the most recent Marvel movie, but not the one before that. But that's fine. I won't be spoiled to this film that is kind of... It's not a sequel, but it continues some plot threads from that other movie. Like, and they flat out describe parts of this parts of No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness. But what got me on that tangent? Okay, Wanda jumped off way too soon. But when she jumps off, props to Elizabeth Olsen. She steals the show in that movie. She is such a good villain. She's fucking terrifying. Like, it's shot like a horror movie, and she is the monster. Like, when she's killing the Illuminati, just going through, like, she's getting injured and she doesn't care because it's not her body, and she's covered in all the Ultron blood, and like when she kills Patrick Stewart's Professor X, and she briefly turns into what I suppose is her true form, or at least how she sees herself, because that's in her mind, with like the teeth and the black eyes. Like, that's fucking good. Like, oh, and when she like possesses like 883 Wanda, and then she turns to face the camera, she is a great horror villain. She is terrifying in this film, and she does still have some of the... She's far more evil than she should be, but she does have an aspect of that sympathetic, tragic villain she had going in WandaVision. I really like... I mean, I saw it coming a mile away, but the goal in a film should not be to surprise you. It should be to give you something that's satisfying, and this is the only way the film could have ended. Like, her giving up, not because she's overpowered, because she is way stronger than everyone else in the universe at that point. Or maybe not universe, but definitely the strongest person on the planet Earth. Like, her giving up because she realizes she can't win. She can never get her children back because she's become so much of a monster that they wouldn't want to be with her. Like, that's good. That is a good way to end it. And she isn't fucking dead. Like, they're like, ooh, she's dead now. We're gonna kill off this popular, well-written character played by a popular actress who has signed a multi-year contract with us, and we're gonna kill her off, and we're, just for fun, we're not gonna show the body. We're gonna show her getting crushed under rubble, and then there's going to, for no reason at all, be a big flash of red light from within it. Yeah, so anyway, that's one of the film's strengths. Wanda Maximoff is a great villain. She is just so horrible through it, so brutal, and still kind of tragic, and that is what works. Like I said, Elizabeth Olsen steals the show. Oh, and like, she has some fucking terrifying lines, like when she kills John Krasinski, which we will fucking talk about, and she's like, do your children have a mother? Good, then they won't be orphans. And then she, like, if you haven't seen, you should see this film before you listen to this review, because it's spoiler filled. But I'm going to describe the deaths in this, so you know how fucking brutal. It's the most brutal of Marvel movies gone. It's more brutal than Moon Knight, because Moon Knight was grounded in violence, and this is not. So Black Bolt. Side note: Black Bolt is. Let's talk about the Illuminati first. I think it was a good balance in fan service cameos and not being so ridiculous, like, oh, Tom Cruise Iron Man. No, that would have been fucking stupid. Like, and I'm kind of done with cameos. Like, we've had a few good cameos in the last couple months. Big, like, ooh, awesome cameos. That's the guy from the past movie. You can chill out for a few years with that, Marvel. What was I saying? So, for the Illuminati, Patrick Stewart is always great. He has, like, 2 scenes in this movie, and he's still the best. Like, him being the only one who sides with Strange and, like, repeating his speech from Days of Future Past, and he, like, tries to save 883 Wanda, and even tries to talk down, like, murder Wanda. Like, that's fucking cool. He's great in this. And he died. Oh, also he has the chair, which is stupid, but I like it. Comics inherently are kind of stupid and silly, and you don't run from the silliness. You don't have all of your characters dress in black instead of the blue and gold. You don't have Scarlet Witch wear a red jacket. No, you give her the fucking costume, and maybe you update it, and like, that costume works in the movie. So why couldn't they just give it to her years ago? But what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, like, his fucking brutal death is that he goes into Wanda's mind to try and, like, stop her from possessing. At this point in the movie, Wanda, like, she can't travel between universes, but she can mind control herself in other universes. She's controlling that universe as Wanda, and Professor X tries to go in and, like, force her out. And we see that universe is Wanda, covered in rubble like she was as a child. Nice touch. TV showing the show WandaVision. Nice touch. Side note, it's weird that in, like, I'll go on to what the fuck are Billy and Tommy in this universe in a second, but he, like, tries to save her, and then just fucking red smoke comes in, and, like, a monstrous version of Scarlet Witch snaps his neck, and then he dies in the real world. Because if you die in the dream, you die in real life. That's what the Friday the 19th movies. Friday to 19th movies. Fucking brilliant. I'm good at talking. That's what those movies were about. Die in the dream, you die in real life. Also what The Matrix is about. Side note, little known fact, the Wachowskis have confirmed it. Freddy Krueger is a character in the Matrix series. Except in this universe, he's like a gardener. He's just a really chill dude. He doesn't care about... No, this is a dumb fucking tangent. But the point is, what got me on this? I don't know. So the Illuminati. It is Patrick Stewart. It's John Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic. And unpopular opinion, people, all reactions I'm like are, wow, he was great. I want to see him in the actual movie. No, I didn't find him that good. I thought it was, wow, that's just Jim from The Office. And I'm not getting this arrogant genius. I'm just getting, oh yeah, that's John Krasinski. I don't want him to be Mr. Fantastic. He did not improve me. Also, his costume was kind of weird. Like, it's transforming that costume to MCU aesthetic, which they do kind of, they have a kind of standardized aesthetic for superhero costumes compared to the comics. The point is, I didn't like John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I don't care if he comes back. But, like, his death. Have you ever eaten string cheese? Like, and you know how you, like, pull on it, like, the little strips off? Yeah, imagine if someone did that to a human. So that's how he does. They had Maria Rambeau, which I don't think I question if anyone was excited by Maria Rambeau as Captain Marvel. I don't. Does Maria Rambeau have fans? I know Monica has a lot of fans, and I like Monica as a character, but Maria Rambeau is just like kind of whatever. She's Captain Marvel in this universe, which is a good way to make it like our universe, but slightly like 616. Or okay, so they call it 616, which, I mean, I guess that's what they call it, in that there's no, like, why should there be a standardized designation? Like, just because Reed Richards in the mainline Marvel universe calls himself the Reed Richards of 616 doesn't mean there's any objective reason that he is from a universe number 616. Like, I'm pretty sure it was in the animated Injustice movie, like, Mr. Terrific and Superman have a conversation, like, oh, welcome to Earth 1. Earth 1? I thought this was Earth 16. Oh, we call it Earth 1. Oh, cool. Like, every universe thinks they're Earth 1. Okay. Out of the cave, and now I gotta fight Dawn and then Aaron. I keep getting insane. But yeah, Monica Rambeau, she's fine. Or Maria Rambeau, her as Captain Marvel, that's fine. She has the lamest death. She has some cool fight scenes with her, like, flying as Wanda and, like, the Four coming out. Like, oh, is this in an alternate universe? People said when they saw the trailer. And it is, but it's not that. It looks like that because Wanda's fucking tearing things apart. But then she just gets crushed on her statue. That is... Hey, that wouldn't have killed her. Assuming she stacks up against normal Captain Marvel, which there's no reason why she wouldn't. Yeah. Sorry, checking something on my phone. And, like, she shouldn't have died from that. Yeah, it's lame. But back to the brutal deaths. Haley Atwell is Captain Carter, but not the one from What If. Apparently that happens in a lot of universes. I mean, normal Captain America happens in a lot of universes, so I guess it makes sense with that. And it is... Okay, the thing about the Illuminati is that they're the Illuminati and they're assholes, and like, okay, sure, like these new characters are assholes. That's fine, but like, I am surprised that Captain Carter, and I mean, she's an evil alternate, morally gray alternate universe, like all the Doctor Stranges. Whatever. It's weird that she is so quick to like execute Strange, since she's supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's Peggy Carter. Anyway, she gets cut in half with her own shield. That's cool. And they have Baron Mordo. They have Morbo. Is it Morbo or Mordo? It's Morbius. This movie, it's part of the Morbius universe. He was played by Jared Leto. Honestly, bold choice for Jared Leto to do blackface. I mean, it's not surprising. Just kind of oof. No, he's played by the guy who played him in the other thing. And Morbo was fine. Like, what's his first name? Because there's a moment where he says his full name and Doctor Strange is like, your name's blank? Like, what's Morbo's... Is it like Keith? His name is not fucking Keith. He's not Keith Morbo. Keith Morbius. That's my favorite Marvel character. Keith Morbius. Come on. Baron Mordo. Baron Metro. I can spell, right? Baron Mordo. What's his first name? Carl. His name is fucking Carl. So anyway, Carl is probably the one that has the most dialogue, and he's weird because there was implicitly a Doctor Strange movie happening around 2019 that didn't come out, apparently. Like, apparently, going with the sequel hook at the end of Doctor Strange 2, where Baron Mordo, Carl, Keith Morbius. Keith Morbius declares revenge on Doctor Strange and wants to kill him for messing around with magic because no more sorcerers. Like, apparently that did happen. Doctor Strange is like, oh yeah, you were, in my universe, my arch enemy and tried to kill me a bunch. Apparently that happened. But we never saw any of that. And I'm pretty sure the way he talks about it, and by the fact that Wanda was supposed to kill Mordo, main universe Mordo is fucking dead. Which is weird. What was I talking about? What should I say? But yeah, he's fine. Like, a guy who knows Steven and knows Steven's fault and challenges on them. They have some good rapport when he and Strange have their little fight. Black Bolt, back from the Inhuman show that I didn't watch because everyone said it was unwatchably bad. From this, he didn't seem bad, although from what people have said, I should not go back and watch Inhumans. But yeah, he was fine in this, and Wanda takes his mouth away, Matrix style, and then when he tries to scream, oh god, if it was like a scanner style head explosion, that would have been fine, but it's more realistic that just like a part of his head swells and snaps, and then he falls over. It's fucking brutal. It's probably the most brutal death. So yeah, the Illuminati get murdered, and they were alright cameos. It was a good balance between... So basically, we had So Professor X is like, woo, he's back, yeah! Maria Rambeau and Baron Mordo, they're like, oh yeah, that's fine, that I can see happening. Same goes for Captain Carter. Although she isn't the What If version. She's not from What If, which is weird. That I feel like, in hindsight, maybe they pushed her so heavily in the marketing for What If and made her the first episode, even though it was kind of weak, because, oh, she's going to be in this other thing. And Strange Supreme's going to be in this other thing. No, just Doctor Strange being an asshole is a universal construct. But yeah, like those three, they're like, oh yeah, they're in it. Then Patrick Stewart, the big one. John Krasinski is saying something up. And Black Bolt is the unexpected, like, callback to old. And I don't think anyone really cheered at that. Just people like, oh yeah, that cool. So enough about the Illuminati, because they are major characters. Don't get focused. They get focused on enough to get their deal without being like stealing the focus of the movie, which is what I was worried they would do. Also, Ultron works for them. They have an army of Ultrons who just get wrecked by Wanda. Actually, I wonder, is that fucking weird? Like, hey, it's the guy who you used to work for who brutally murdered your brother. How do you feel seeing a bunch of copies of him? Gonna kill him like you did the main one? Oh, you are good. But yeah, the Illuminati, they serve the plot without overshadowing it. Wong's great in the movie, as usual. I don't get... Why is Wong so good? What about him makes him the best Marvel character? Like, I have this opinion... A lot of people from what I've seen have this opinion that Wong's just great. Is this because he doesn't have baggage? He's just there. He appears a lot, and he's a cool dude, and he's reliable. He's a better Sorcerer Supreme than Strange because, God, could you imagine having to treat Stephen Strange as an authority figure? No, he's their guy they call in when something's going wrong, and they need a powerhouse. Wong, I can actually see being a good leader. But yeah, Wong's great in it. And I suppose we should talk about like the main trio. The main trio in this movie. This movie gives a good arc for Doctor Strange. We see him being a fucking asshole in like every other universe, and it like is very much like shoving his fatal flaws in our face and forcing him to reckon with it. Like, it begins with him trying to kill America Chavez. Side note, there's this one guy I go to college with. Like, yesterday morning, he's like, hey, did anyone see Doctor Strange? Because I went to an advanced screening. Doctor Strange dies in it. I'm like, oh, fuck off. If that was a real spoiler, I'm going to kick your ass. But B, it isn't a real spoiler, I can tell, because you're trying to be cheeky. I assume... he dies and comes back to life, or it's an alternate universe thing. Like, the fact that Doctor Strange dies is not surprising. He's done it a few times before. Like, every movie that has starred Doctor Strange, both movies that star Doctor Strange, and the third one that has him in the most major role, both kill him off. And then there's Spider-Man Far From Home, where he's a little bit less than he was in Infinity War. I don't know. Maybe he's a bit more. The point is, of the 4 films that star Doctor Strange, 3 kill him off. And his, like, cameo, like, single scene in 2 other films, they don't kill him off. But would you be surprised if he died and came back to life in Thor Ragnarok? I wouldn't. Stupid fucking waterfalls. Why can't I drive up you? You're like a goddamn USB. But yeah, it's a good way they phrase it. Doctor Strange has to be the one holding the scalpel, and that's his problem. His problem is that he wants to be the hero, and he's a control freak. And he's a good person, but he does not think too much about the well-being of others when he gets going. Like, he can be arrogant, and he can... how should I phrase this? Ground types are a big counter to me. I might have to get Brick Break. Although if I got Brick Break, then... I don't know, I'll think about actual talking about the game that I'm playing instead of Doctor Strange for fucking an hour now. But, like, I really like it's a good arc that we see again and again. The other 3 Doctor Stranges, they all make the same choice to meddle with power and endanger others to save the day, and it ends up fucking up. Like, the first thing we see is Ponytail Strange trying to kill America Chavez. And then, at the end, after Doctor Strange has seen what happens when he acts like Doctor Strange, when he tries to be the hero, tries to be the one holding the scalpel, he, in a moment of character growth, says no. he doesn't choose to be the one who just takes Chavez's power and kills Wanda and saves the day. He leaves it to her to save the day. He trusts her and doesn't do something evil and endanger everyone. Although he came very close with him using the Darkhold to. Side note, that is the best plot point. I was like, oh yeah, they're doing it. Let me adjusting my chair because the way I'm sitting is bad on my neck. At the start of the movie, Ponytail Strange, a Strange from another universe, dies, and then him and America Chavez crash into the main Marvel universe, and Doctor Strange buries his own corpse. And during the climax, he is stranded in a destroyed alternate universe, but he needs to get back to the main one to stop Wanda. And Wanda's been using magic to control versions of herself in alternate universes, so he can do that. But there's no Doctor Strange in the main universe. Oh, but there is. He fucking possesses his dead body, and ghosts show up to kill him for this, the souls of the damned, and he just captures them and makes them into a fucking cape that looks amazing. So, another part the CG, was iffy. Zombie Doctor Strange was pretty bad in a few shots. But yeah, that is cool. And he comes close to endangering stuff, and now he has a fucking third eye, which is probably weird. Best joke I saw about this movie is, so what does that third eye do? Oh, it gives him 30-30 vision. That's not fair. Wanda still has 0 vision. But yeah, I do like that the climax is him choosing not to do what he normally does. Choosing not to trade lives, not to put other people in danger so he can save the day. He puts his faith in America Chavez instead of killing her, and it's great. It's good. And that kind of brings us to the big problem with this. Like I said, America Chavez needed more time to be established as a character. I didn't really feel anything of her learning to control her powers because she was, for the most part, just kind of a plot device in the movie, a living MacGuffin. And that's a shame, because from what I saw, she could, in a few years, get another film and be a good actor. And to be fair, that's a lot of Marvel actors. A lot of people, when Captain Marvel, somewhat justifiably, when that movie came out, they're well, Captain Marvel's the worst because I didn't like her from her first appearance. And part of it's sexism, part of it's justified. Captain Marvel is just kind of in that movie. But also, so are most Marvel heroes. Did anyone love Doctor Strange from his first appearance? Or Thor from his? It sometimes takes time for good heroes to get built up right. Although, to be fair, some of the best ones were great from the start. Chris Evans as Captain America. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing another Captain Marvel movie. I'm excited for the Marvels just to see where they go. And if she isn't good in that, then fine. You're justified. Although you must admit, you must acknowledge, if you don't like Captain Marvel, that you may have good justifiable reasons. But holy shit, that movie was... A lot of people hate that for some not right reasons. Yeah, but we're off track, and that's giving... It's average tier MCU. It's treated as the worst MCU, and it got review bombed because an actor in it said that there should be more female critics. That fucking monster. Hey, Captain Marvel dies in this one. I mean, not Brie Larson Captain Marvel, but a Captain Marvel. There you go. I'm off topic. But yeah, America Chavez needed more screen time and to be more of a character. And overall, the film, it needed to fucking breathe, you know? It's just back to back to back. And it could have been cool to see more universes. People have pointed out, it's Doctor Strange in the 2.5 verses, which is fine. The universes we saw were enough for the plot, but it would have been cool to explore more. But yeah, America Chavez was underutilized. Oh, Christine. I didn't really remember liking Christine this much, but she's great in this. Like Doctor Strange's girlfriend, who he does not get. It was kind of ambiguous where they get together at the end of the first one. This one repeatedly says, no, they're not getting together. They love each other, but this won't be a good relationship. She has to... Like, he spends the whole time, like, falling in love with alternate version of her. I love you in all universes. Which, you love me in all universes? People are very different based on universe. There's a lot of universes, I bet, where I'm evil. Oh, speaking of, like, alternate universes, they say that dreams are views into alternate realities. Not some dreams, all dreams for all people. If they said, like, wizards can see alternate universes when they dream, that'd be cool. But no, it's all dreams and all universes happen. That dream where you were naked in high school and then Obama showed up and he made you tacos and then... Optimus Prime came to save today, but he got hit in the thigh by a back grenade. Goddamn, that was a butchering of a Lemon Demon song. The point is, that fucking happened in the Marvel Multiverse. Batman is now canon in the Marvel Multiverse. I mean, wait, he already was. But, like, seriously, any dream that any Marvel character has had involving any fictional character is fucking it's dumb. It's dumb as shit. And I refuse to acknowledge it as canon. But they do take part of it and make it kind of interesting. Hey, have you ever had that dream where you're falling to your death from a tall building? This is evil Doctor Strange saying, if you did, that was probably me. Like, he says that all of Doctor Strange's dreams that he's presumably have falling to his death were because of evil Doctor Strange mind-controlling strangers into killing themselves. That's fucking menacing. Oh, and the fight against Destroyed Universe Strange. That's a really good fight. I don't really get how it works from physics. It's like, what they're even fucking doing, but they, like... like they're fighting in a room full of musical instruments and they're like hitting the music, then the notes appear real and they throw them at each other. It was quirky and it didn't make sense. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to actually be in universe, but it was still pretty cool and I enjoyed it. Okay. What else to say about that movie? Let's see, what points have I touched on and not came back to? Billy and Tommy, yeah, those are child actors. And I mean that, like, honestly, child actors have it rough. They are always either said, well, they're child actors, or, wow, they're surprisingly good for child actors. I'm going to lose to Aaron because I haven't heard it first, but this is a good work back, and maybe I'll get... Yeah, they weren't real, and they still felt kind of fake. Like, they felt fake in WandaVillain, but, oh, you heal me? That's good. But it's fine that they're fake, because they are fake. Also, what the fuck are they in the alternate universe? Because they aren't in a Westview. Like... In that universe, did Wanda Maximoff and a robot actually have children? If so, how? Like, I don't know how they exist. I don't know how they exist in so many different universes. If they're, like, because they're made of magic. And you know what's weird? They're probably going to have them reappear. They've used them twice, and especially Wycon is a major character in the motherfucker. That's a tough, beautiful. Oh wait, it was a focus Ash. Wycon is a major character in the comics. They're gonna have him appear, but they're kind of young compared to the other like Young Avengers members they've introduced. Which wonder how they're gonna deal with that. Are they gonna age them up, change actors? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, overall, in case I haven't made it clear, I thought it was pretty good, not excellent, but definitely something I enjoyed watching and would watch. Although maybe now that I've spoiled it a lot, it won't be as good. I'm going to lose to the Elite Four. Unless number 9 can worry him away. Wait, no, Roar has less priority. Ah, God, that priority bullet punch. Like, if it wasn't priority, that would have worked and killed it. Okay. So, wait, fuck. You don't get to rematch him. You don't have to beat him. Which means I fucking lost. I lost a battle. I lost to Aaron. Oh, the disappointment. Ugh. Oh, God. I feel so terrible. I'm a loser. I've lost a battle and I can't get my revenge. Now I'm just gonna mope for the rest of the stream. I mean, the rest of the stream, I mean probably for like 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. This is already longer than I was scheduled to go. Maybe I'll pick it up in a few days. I said everything I have to say about Doctor Strange. And also college. I hope no one popped in, saw me spoiling everything, and then left. Although I kind of hope that happened because it was funny. But yeah, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Alright. Disappointed that they didn't feature his archenemy, Professor Peculiar. But it's fine. Also, end credits. They introduce a character I don't know from the comics, and that's the thing that always sucks when they do that in end credits. It's like, hey, we need to go now. Awesome, I'm coming along. No, you aren't. You're coming along in like 5 years when that movie actually comes out. Like, whatever. Is it going to be like a thing like Iron Man 2 where it doesn't open with Iron Man joining the Avengers because they have to build it up?